And just like that, only a few hours after the expedition, we were able to get Scrappy right back to level 5. We'll also have a few mushrooms to spare, so if you feed Scrappy, you'll be able to get back to doing that right away. First item you need to level up Scrappy is the dog collar, of course. But I feel like right after the expedition, most people are focused on that. So I actually like to start out on Stella Montis in this area. It's the cafeteria room in the atrium. And if you're not familiar, it's because of the battery room, or what I like to call the fruit room, in the back of the cafeteria. And again, if you're not familiar, the battery is mostly found in this main area in the atrium, either on the first floor. Sometimes it could be on the second floor balcony right above the cafeteria. I'm pretty sure you could look up if you wanted to, like the specific drops for the battery, but this area is so small, I kind of just, walk around and look, and you find it oftentimes pretty quickly. Once you get back into the room, you just put the fuel cell into the, whatever this is on the wall. It's a tiny room with a couple of baskets. You loot those, and yeah, you pretty much come out with a bunch of fruit. Sometimes there's other residential items in here. This time it was just a couple of fruit baskets. Now, if you do this like me, you'll likely still be on level 1. So we're obviously going to store the fruit that we find for the first couple of runs. And what this really does is it allows us to level up Scrappy back to back once we do find the harder to reach items like the cat bed, the pillows, and in some cases even the dog collar. Now, of course, the dog collar can spawn in this room as well. Any residential area will drop it. But as you can see, we're only 27 minutes in, and this area is already looted. Now, because the fruit has the highest quantity that Scrappy needs, focusing on that and catching the other items as we collect the fruit is the best way to, make sure that once we have the additional items like the cat bed, pillow, we're just breezing through upgrading. Now, of course, there's RNG involved, so it's likely that, your first run, the first drawer that you open, you find a dog collar in this room, or a cat bed, or a pillow. Now, after a few raids, honestly, I was hoping to find the dog collar in this room as well, but I didn't, so I decided after this run to just head to Dan Battlegrounds. I like to hit Ruby Residences, Pale Apartments when I'm looking for the dog collar. If I spawn over there, if not, Research Administration, I think is the next best spot, as well as Testing Annex. Again, any residential area will spawn a dog collar. I ended up finding mine in the green locker rooms in Research and Administration, right in the back next to the medical area, if you're familiar. And with that, we're able to upgrade Scrappy to level 2. And because we focused on collecting our fruits, we can do back-to-back upgrades and send Scrappy straight to level 3. Now, to get Scrappy to level 4, I needed one more cat bed and one more olive. The cat bed, I found the next raid, I think it's about the third drawer that I searched. I ended up getting to the cafeteria room and atrium first, but not the fruit room this time. This other guy ended up finding the battery and looting it before I could get to it, which is fine. At this point, I already went through a few raids, found a good amount of fruit. If someone else gets to the room before you every once in a while, not that serious. I requeued, and the next raid, I was able to get in there and got the remaining olives, and that was it. At that point, I upgraded Scrappy to level 4. Now to max Scrappy out, I needed 2 more apricots and 3 comfortable pillows. So, of course, I went back to the cafeteria in the atrium on Stella Montis. I was able to find 1 pillow in the first drawer I looted, as well as hit the battery room all within 1 raid. So like I said, not as contested as you would think. And the great thing about doing these runs is that, of course, we got enough fruit to get Scrappy to level 5. We also had leftovers, which allowed us to get back to feeding Scrappy right away. And I've gotten some good items from doing that, like pink augments, etc. And with the last apricot in the backpack, the only thing left to do was get the very comfortable pillows. I go to Berry City, specifically the Red Tower. Now, this is a go-to spot for a lot of people when they're looking for cat beds or pillows. But I think if you get an early enough spawn and spawn close enough, the chances are higher than Stella Montis. But again, these items will drop in any residential area and can drop in pretty much any building on Berry City. And just like that, only a few hours after the expedition, we were able to get Scrappy right back to level 5, again, with fruits to spare, so we can get right back to feeding Scrappy. And that, of course, is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.